enough. But you've got a mentor right beside you. He can guide you through this.
There you go.
There you go. You know, you got one on hand, literally. I don't have to come over here and show you how to do it.
That's right, for sure.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I've got a cord in the way. How's that? Nice. Now, so we will bring up what production has sent through for you guys. And let me wish you all a very, very happy Christmas and a safe New Year's.
Oh, you too. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And we've got the doors on at the moment, so we'll come in after that. Pete, always a pleasure catching up with you, my friend.
You too. Good times, good times.
Absolutely.
What's going on down there?
Oh, Christ. I'll give you a couple of insights very, very shortly, actually, and warn these guys, literally, be prepared to laugh.
Perfect.
We like picking on ourselves and the rest of the world. We don't mind. So believe me, I might give them a couple of questions out of the 50 questions of 50 Shades of Grant. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, we have a thing where we do a 50 Shades of Grant. And our poor victims, you know, none of them have learnt yet there's an off button. So if you get too much of me, yeah, there is an off button, Pete, believe me. So let's go live to the desk, but let me tell you right now we have 6,064,000 online.
Beautiful.
Nice.
It's a nice hour.
You got our track still?
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 17 after 1 o'clock, 21 degrees downtown. Not bad actually, it's been muggy all day. We kind of felt 27 degrees was going to be our target. Didn't quite get there yet, but we've still got plenty of day to go yet. Tuesday, December 17th here in New Zealand. And of course we're going to Toronto, Ontario. Yeah, absolutely. Joined by, of course, Pete Wheeler, Kip Walker and Bronson Brown, and it's an absolute pleasure to find, finally, some of the other parts of Durham County. Welcome, guys. You know, it's an absolute pleasure to talk to you guys. The last time I spoke to Pete, I can see why he has friends with him now. The last time was traumatic.
You were thinking that email was making all of this up?
Yeah, exactly. And believe me, they will find out, Pete. They really, really will. What it's like to be able to deal with a couple of Kiwis. But I think you're kind of sadistic. You came back for a second shot.
Hey, I'm a sucker for punishment.
I'll send the head mistress over to your place later on.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Believe me, she's pretty good at something, you know. She'll be good at that. Now, guys, believe me, you are one of the most requested bands here that we have at Galaxy. There is very rarely a breakfast show that I go by that I can't actually get past tonight. So we're going to talk about that very, very shortly. We play that quite a lot here. But first of all, I want to talk about what I think is your inaugural song, Backroads. Tell me a little bit about that.
Backroads. So he has a place up in Durham, which is a city, well, I shouldn't call it a city, one stoplight kind of place, and that's kind of where we all kind of get together, sit around the campfire and play tunes in the cedar bushes and stuff like that. And
Pete, hold on a minute. Do you sit around the one light with a campfire discussing music?
Actually, the only light would be the campfire because there's no electricity up there at all. We literally sit around a campfire with the guitars and just kind of talk and sing and play tunes all the time, yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
couple
kind
drinks
of,
part. What's that? You forgot the couple drinks part.
yeah, there'll be a few of
That was
those.
part of the equation.
Well, let me give you a chin chin for Christmas. Believe me, don't normally do this at Christmas time, but believe me, I think the occasion calls for it. We have one set of traffic lights as well. Haven't thought of making them into a campfire yet, but that's a good idea.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. If it's getting cold and there's no other wood around, use the lights.
Well, you know something? Here in New Zealand, we had a renegade Maori that chopped down a particular flagpole once upon a time. So maybe coming into the next decade now, 2K20, maybe we can upscale that to maybe a couple of traffic lights. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's progress.
That's where back roads came from. Was literally driving from here up to the farm up in Durham and just instead of taking the main highway. That one day I literally went, I don't want to be on the highway. I just took a couple of side roads over and I'm just scooting up the back roads and 6-pack, and that was the whole song was just like came like that.
You know, I remember you telling me about that when we spoke the last time. The one thing that went through my mind is, do you get frustrated when you get stuck behind a tractor?
No. That's where it all comes from. That's what, like, everyone you eat comes from a farmer somewhere, so if he's got to do his job, just he can't be in that much of a hurry.
Well, you see, I'm a city guy. I spent a lot of time in the biggest city here in New Zealand called Auckland, and one day I found myself travelling off to Barbara's place. Here was this huge tractor. It took up all the road, literally all the road, and it's going like 5 kilometres an hour. I'm going, there's got to be a faster way. Come on, guys. You know, I'm looking for the tread to actually go around. Get going, you know.
Ain't gonna happen. That's where you gotta take the truck through the field. Get off the beaten path.
I would have done that, but unfortunately, you see, we got a lot of kiwi fruit in the area where we are. That denotes lots and lots and lots of poles. You don't want to hit those things.
That's the truth.
It makes a mess of your paintwork.
That's right. That's right.
Not good.
I would rather have the cow stuff on the road splash up than hit those poles, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a learning job too.
That stuff will come off.
You know, so now that we've eased your friends, Pete, into what it's like to be talking to a Kiwi here in New Zealand, I am going to throw a little something at you before we actually play Dark Roads. Now, here in New Zealand, right now, we've got, let's do this first. Of course, Boris Johnson, who used to be a caretaker Prime Minister over there, now an elected Prime Minister. There's Jacinda Ardern, who is New Zealand's Prime Minister. I think she should be in for a Nobel Peace Prize after what's happened at White Island. Then there's Angela Merkel, she's the Chancellor of Germany, and of course Donald Trump. Which is the odd one out?
Well, if you believe the videos that you see online, I would imagine that Donald Trump is the odd person out. So he doesn't seem to be all that popular with the other world leaders.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right, but the first three are politicians. The other one is the colour of his impeachment.
You got the flag behind you, though.
I was born there.
There you go.
I was actually born in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, that's right, too. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, so I can get away with giving a bit of stick to a countryman.
That's a good upgrade.
You know, the stick I would like to use is big, long, and that thing on its head.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what they feed that thing.
Lord only knows. I talk about my beard problems, but you got to look at the head on that and figure out what's going on with the hair there. That's something special.
That really is something special. And Melina, refuses to tell me anything about it.
You got a direct line?
Yeah, I do actually. I really, really do. But don't tell Donald, will you?
No. We'll keep this between us. This is just.
Yeah, and everybody else, and everybody else that's watching and listening right now. Now, having said that, right now here in New Zealand, we've just undergone a pretty traumatic thing, and I've got to be honest with you, it has been absolutely traumatic. 80 kilometres away from where we are right now is a volcano that blew up and killed a number of people. Our hearts go out to the victims and the families and friends. Wrong time of the year for this to happen. I got to be straight up. That's a terrible thing. But having said that, the government has gone and got behind everybody and has made it as painless as they possibly can under the circumstances. Now, other business has been sort of put to one side while we've been concentrating on that, and quite frankly, we're undergoing a referendum right now. One of the referendums is about medical marijuana, whether we should legalise that here in New Zealand and utilise it and all that sort of stuff. The other one, which I think is very, very important that we should talk about as well, is euthanasia. What's your guys' take on euthanasia? Do you think we should approve this?
Canadians have traditionally been pretty liberal about it, and I know a lot of friends of mine who have been in the situation where they want to make a decision about how they depart this planet. So it would be, there's a lot of good arguments on both sides, but I think if you look into it, it's not hurting anybody. As a matter of fact, it's helping a lot of families get closure and kind of bring peace to a situation that could be really, really devastating.
Yeah, I think if you're the person and you're in that situation and you're a basically sound mind, I think you have the right to say, hey, listen, I'm done. I need to get on going, to be very honest with you. I think that's a good idea, and thank you for that input. But me, myself, you see, I want to pass away much like my grandfather, in his sleep, unlike the passengers in his car that were screaming at the time.
I don't have my cymbal and snare.
There you go. We are live with Durham County. Here's Backroads. Gosh, it's hot, Barbara.
Not too bad.
Not too bad, you reckon? Yeah, I've lost
Hotter
it
than
again.
at home. Well,
Oh, that's it. Where are you? Come here. There we go. Ah.
I mean,
So how you
trouble
feeling
with
now, guys?
singing.
Scared or what?
No, not at all. It's nice to have somebody who's prepared to engage in some intelligent and insightful conversation. It can be a little bit. It can be a bit fluffy sometimes when you do interviews. People talk a lot about the music and the band and how did you get together, and I mean those questions are fun to answer too because people are interested in the music. But it's also nice to be able to talk as people about regular people things, I guess. So yeah, no, it's good. I'm enjoying it so far.
Exactly, I get that, I really do. Now, the thing is that we've done this before with Pete, and it's no good hashing over the same old ground, even though that we have some fresh faces, and it's nice to have some new people to talk to. But I think we should be innovative and talk about something that is just a little bit off the cuff. Being, of course, a Christmas show, it's not the traditional interviews that we would do. So from time to time, they actually allow me to drink here at the station.
That's great.
And then they give me a microphone, so anything could happen.
I don't know if you can see this, but this is like the prototypical Canadian drink right here. This is the Tim Hortons coffee. This is the Canadian beverage location. There's one at every street corner.
I'm coming to get one.
You should. If I could only get it a little bit closer, you could have a sip.
Yeah, exactly. That would be as useful as smell-o-vision.
Yeah, taste division.
Trust me, you wouldn't want that here now.
Not after what I ate yesterday.
Don't worry.
Oh, look, there's the door.
The security guard.
There we go. There's Jessie the Wonder Dog. She's sitting on my lap, and she doesn't like not getting attention, so...
Yep. Jessie, smile.
Oh,
Smile. There you go. Hear that? You're famous. You'll go around the world. Awesome.
No,
This
I've
is
got it.
it's a little known fact about Durham County Band music, but Jessie appears in every single song in some way. Her nails on the floor of the studio always appear somewhere in an acoustic guitar track, a vocal track, somewhere it's there. You just have to know where to listen for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the desk, guys. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 29 away from 2 o'clock. It is 21 degrees. Weird being here at this time of the day, I got to be honest with you. Normally I'm out of here by 10 o'clock in the morning. But it is a special occasion, being, of course, the Christmas extravaganza. Sorry, just somebody said something funny in my headphones right now. I got to meet the superstar of Durham County, of course, being Jessie. Nice information. I'm going to keep an eye out or an ear out for the Jessie input in all of your songs.
That's right. That's right.
Jessie the Wonder Dog, she does appear on pretty much every track at some point or other, because I'll be recording something, or you're doing a vocal, and she'll rock across. You don't really hear it in the mix until you kind of isolate a track, and then you go, oh, there she is. All right, song's finished now.
It's got the seal of approval. We here at Galaxy, we actually have a mascot. His name is Midnight. Now, he's a lamb, a sheep, to be very honest with you. Now, why he became our mascot, literally, Barbara's place, she's got a farm, and farm animals, as you'd expect. She's got this really outstanding bull. He's growing up to be a bull. He was just a little calf when we first met. Now he's a really outstanding bull. And no black sheep anywhere in the history of her farm, ever. But don't forget, the bull is black, right? So one day Barbara goes home from work and rings me up. She goes, I've got a black sheep. And I went, you see, that cow went out and had a good night.
I'll send you a photo, guys.
We had to call him Midnight because, believe me, he really does look like it. But I'll get Barbara to send you a photo of him, believe me. He's an absolute laugh. He really is. He's a character in his own right. He belongs with Galaxy. I believe he does anyway. But it is, you just got to look at this cow in a different light now.
That's right. Papa.
Yeah, then my side goes looking and go, all right, brother, I got you.
Yeah, we called him Midnight's mistake because we always thought that it was a bit of a mistake that all of the sheep in the history of Barbara's farm has always been white except this thing. Now, at the same time, the bull's sister or wife, whatever you want to call her, is looking at this bull going, yeah. It even looks like you.
You're still getting away from this one.
So, Pete, we've spoken about getting you guys here in New Zealand before and playing to New Zealand audiences. We're going to have to take you out to Barbara's farm, you guys, and experience the farm. It's absolutely a stunning place. It's got awesome views, it really has, and strange animals.
That's awesome. So it's done the same favor to you. Come up and hang out at our farm with the one stoplight and fire.
That's right. One stoplight and a campfire.
Well,
One stoplights.
I would absolutely take you up on that, and especially the Horton's coffee. I want a piece of that as well. But, it's okay to love your farm animals, but it's not okay to love your farm animals.
We'll let the bull do that.
Yeah, so I'll come and pat them from a distance. What do you reckon?
It's a good call.
Nice. And Bronson, how long have you been with the band?
So it's kind of neat. We've known each other for a very long time. So I feel like I've grown up with these guys. Being almost the youngest one, I think I might be the youngest one in the group.
Yeah, you look the youngest.
Years of my life. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you look the youngest one, and of course,
That's right. Twice in that.
And Kip, what can I say? Yeah, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, brother.
It is.
Yeah.
This is it. It's different from where you guys are because you're in your warm time now. We're in our chilly time. So this is something I grow in seasonally, and I will probably get rid of this come March when we hit maple syrup season here in Canada.
Yeah.
You know, I kept mine because I know there's another winter coming around.
You gotta plan ahead, man. You gotta be smart.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go. You know, I've survived a couple now.
That's right. Yeah, it looks good, man. It looks bushy. It looks clean. It looks inviting to strangers. I think you've got a great deal happening there.
And as I said to you before, I like to condition it with female bass players.
It's a beautiful thing. I'll have to explore that a little bit more.
Yeah, don't worry about that wax stuff. Go and get yourself a female bass player.
Sorry, Bronson.
I'm out now.
You know, the crazy thing about talking about female bass players is once I was in Hawaii, and you know the girls that wear those shells down there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, well, I've discovered, you know, if you hold one to your ear, you can hear her scream.
I bet you can.
I wouldn't want to know what it smells like under there.
She wasn't a female bass player.
There you go. No, nice.
No, she played rhythm. Now, having said that, guys, we have spoken in the past about getting, Peter is very familiar with this, getting you guys here in New Zealand, playing in front of New Zealand audiences. Now, my thing is, I think there's room for cowbell.
Oh, there's always room for cowbell. Always room for cowbell.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't want to upset the drummer in any way, shape or form, but, you know, I'm pretty good at a cowbell and I'm pretty handy with a triangle as well.
Yeah, I think you might even headline the tour with the cowbell.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You know, DJ Grant playing cowbell. That will sell it out.
Pack up the house.
Exactly. Now, Peter is aware of this, but when we do get you here in New Zealand, guys, we're kind of crazy, aren't we, Pete? We come up with some really weird and funky things to do here in New Zealand. Are you guys up for a challenge?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Of course.
All right. Now, I'm not sure whether Pete's ever said this to you, but have you heard about the Hoo Hoo Grub?
The what now?
Who's who?
Hoo Hoo Grub. Not the kind of hoo hoos that you guys are familiar with.
That's where I went.
This,
That's where I went. So,
yeah,
You're listening to coconuts, right?
you gotta enlighten us.
yeah, okay. Well, hoo hoo, literally, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's big, it's white, it's got a black head. And what you do is you have plenty of juice before you get into this. You put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head, don't eat the head, it's yucky, but when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Mmm.
I would try this. There's not too many foods I would be afraid to try. He would try that. I would try it. 100% he would do it.
Nice.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm a little squeamish.
literally.
Oh, I'm in.
Okay, so these guys are in. Me, I'll watch. I get to videotape. There it is. I'll videotape.
Who's like peanut butter?
There you go. Exactly. Now, the indigenous folks of New Zealand, being the Maori, they consider it a delicacy here in New Zealand. So believe me, it is very, very edible. I don't know, Pete, have we sent you the instructional videos of this in the past?
No, you better send those off. That sounds
Delicious is the word you're looking for.
delectable word.
I'll get Barbara to send you a copy of it, believe me. You will absolutely love it. You really will. But we have a thing in Hokitika down the west coast of the South Island. We're in the North Island, which is a wild foods festival down there. We kind of deep fry things you really shouldn't deep fry, to be honest. But it is a tradition to for every band that we bring into New Zealand to try the hoo-hoo grub. At the same time, I don't know, Pete, have I mentioned to you that I wanted to get Barbara tattooed?
No.
I have been wanting this for a long time. Guess what my Christmas gift to Barbara is this year?
Nice.
She succumbed to me and said yes, she's going to do it. So I'm going to take her down the road and get her tattooed. Something tasteful. She's got a design and all of that worked out. The only thing is... No, she's already got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, she picked out what she wanted a long time ago. So we're going to go down and see a friend of mine who was a dermatologist artist and going to go and get that done. Unfortunately, she wouldn't get it done on her forehead like I wanted.
Maybe next year.
I got to get her a little bit more moonshine than that. You know what I mean?
That's right. Absolutely, that's right.
I
can help you out with that.
Yeah, bring it in. It's legal here in New Zealand. All we're worried about is the duty and taxes that you pay at the airport. Don't worry about it. We'll cover it. Bring some in. We would love some. Literally.
Nice.
In fact, we are familiar with a number of... I don't know. Do you know the TV and the internet series Moonshiners?
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Owens is a friend of ours. Same with Tyler Wood and a number of others. Now, we're doing a show with a band called Southern Halo. 3 sisters, absolutely gorgeous blonde young ladies. And Jodie Medford, who brought out a song called Moonshine. One of his best friends is Josh Owens. So we're going to bring them here to New Zealand. And Josh is going to bring a camera crew over and show us how to make good old Appalachian moonshine here in town.
Oh, beautiful. That sounds like fun.
Well, grubs, it sounds like a date.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it? It really, really does. But having said that, my friend, and I'm in Cap, we could take you down to the bottom of the South Island called Stewart Island. It's a boutique kind of town. It thinks it's going to be a city one day. It's the kind of place where Shania Twain owns a property down there. Kevin Costner was down there not so long ago. Same with Tom Cruise. It's that kind of place where all the A-listers from around the world go to get away from their friends when they take their friends with them. So don't worry, Kip. We'll throw you off a bridge.
If I get enough grubs, I won't mind at all. Just make sure enough grubs.
We have a thing here in New Zealand, Kip, called bungee jumping. And believe me, a lot of fun. AJ Hackett is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't trust anybody else than the man himself that brought it to New Zealand to throw you off a bridge.
I'm down for anything you've got going on.
But having said that, Bronson, just about an hour away from where we are is a place called Rotorua, which is an indigenous tourist kind of city. It really is. Now, have you ever heard of a Zorb?
No, I haven't.
Okay, we will send you the videos of this, we promise. Big, round, clear ball. Now, plenty of moonshine before you get in, because believe me, by the time you get out, there'll be extra juices in there.
I'll paint the wall, eh?
And you gave me the thumbs up, Barbara. Everything okay now?
Well, we need
Fingers
to get
crossed.
going.
You're back in. Okay, very cool.
Is that her saying it's okay for the tattoo on the forehead? Was that what the thumbs up was for?
That's what we heard.
No, but I tell you what, I'll go with you guys. We all witnessed you agreed to it, Barbara. We did. So, okay, we have, okay, fair enough. So I'm being told by production at the moment we must move on very, very quickly. So, guys, it is Christmas time coming up very, very shortly. We want you to have a very happy and safe festive season. Love to all of the band and everybody involved, including wives, children, everything like that. Please be safe over the festives, won't you?
Thank you.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas to you guys.
Listeners.
Now,
Everybody that's listening in.
just before we leave, guys, tell me about tonight. I can't do a breakfast show without it. It is getting ridiculous. Tell me all about it.
Man, that song is just, it is exactly what is in the lyric. It's just missing out certain somebody, and you're thinking about getting home to say hi to somebody you've been thinking about all day long.
You know, I get it. I really, really do. But I got to be honest with you, and it gets so many requests these days. It's truthful. I don't go through a breakfast show without playing Durham County.
True.
And I got to congratulate you guys for being part of the Galaxy family. Thank you for coming along and being a part of the Galaxy Christmas Show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can't wait to meet you guys in person. I really, really can't. Let's go out with Tonight Tonight. How was that, guys?
Oh, you're amazing, man. Thank you.
Nice. Nice. Well, I tell you what, when you come back the next time, let's make it a longer interview and let's get to know each other a little better. You'll regret it.
I look forward to the regret. It was funny because we thought James was going to be here, and for some reason he thought it was Skype that he could get on Skype where he is and then just kind of join in. And I was like, So next time we'll try really hard, all four of us.
Okay, but you know something? James is right. We could have done that.
Yeah, I realized that kind of, but I'm like, it's just too much stuff going on all at once, and
We'll do it for next time.
Very, very cool. Guys, we'll see you next year. Please come back again. Bring us some new music, and please have a very happy festive season, won't you?
You too, Grant.
Take care. Take care, Barbara.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Yeah.